Welcome to the QSIDE Institute's Opportunity Youth Dashboard. This tool was designed to provide insights into the populations of opportunity youth across the United States. This includes youth who are neither in school nor employed, have aged out of the foster care system, have a parent who is incarcerated, or have been justice impacted themselves. This tool was designed as a direct response to the seemingly simple but ultimately quite challenging question posed to us by many of our community partners. Where are the opportunity youth? Let's start by exploring the user interface. On the main dashboard, you'll see an interactive map of the United States. This map is your gateway to understanding the distribution and demographics of opportunity youth by public use microdata areas, or PUMAs. PUMAs are geographic areas defined by the U.S. Census. They are standardized to have about 100,000 people per PUMA. The first map you'll see is the Opportunity Youth Index. This provides an overview of where opportunity youth are most prevalent. On this map, darker green represents more opportunity youth present in that region, and lighter green represents fewer opportunity youth. You can see that some states are not represented. This is because our data source is insufficient to make estimates in these states. We'll talk more about this later in the video. The Opportunity Youth Index is a combination of our estimates for disconnected youth, youth in foster care, justice-impacted youth, and youth with a parent who is incarcerated. We divide the PUMAs into categories, ranging from very low, where there is relatively low presence of opportunity youth, to very high, where there's a relatively high presence of opportunity youth. Hover your mouse over a PUMA to see more information about that region. For example, we can see that rural Nevada has a moderately high presence of opportunity youth. To dive deeper into a specific state, click the Filter by State drop-down menu and find the state abbreviation you're interested in. The dashboard will automatically update to show data for that state only. You can also search for a particular city or zip code using the search function. To zoom in and out, either use your mouse to scroll or use the plus and minus buttons on the dashboard. To return to the map of the U.S., click on the Home button. To see all of the PUMAs in a particular category, click on the category under Color Scale. Once you find a PUMA you are interested in, you can dive deeper into the data on disconnected youth, youth in the foster system, justice-impacted youth, and youth with a parent who is incarcerated. The Disconnected Youth Measure provides an estimate of the number of individuals between the ages of 16 and 24 who are not in school and not employed. In East Montana, outside Billings City, we estimate that there are 1,639 disconnected youth. Keep in mind that while this is our best calculation, it is an estimate, not an exact count. This estimate places East Montana's youth disconnection in the 67th percentile nationally, which means it falls into the moderately high category. The data we use to create this estimate comes from the U.S. Census Public Use Microdata Sample, which is based on the annual American Community Survey. This estimate is similar to what you would find on Measure of America's Youth Disconnection website. This is another excellent tool to use when you are looking for data around opportunity youth. When you toggle to Youth in the Foster System, you will see an estimate for the number of youth, age 16 to 20, who are currently in the foster care system in each PUMA. In East Montana, we estimate that there are 45 youth between the ages of 16 and 20 in the foster system. This places East Montana in the 100th percentile and the very high category. The data we use to estimate the number of youth in the foster system in each state comes from the Adoption and Foster Care Analysis and Reporting System, or AFCAR's, public reports. We then use a combination of demographic data from AFCARS and the census to estimate the distribution of youth in the foster system across the PUMAs within each state. When you toggle to justice-impacted youth, you will see an estimate for the number of arrests of individuals aged 16 to 24. There is no good data source tracking justice-impacted youth at the individual level, but there is comprehensive data on youth arrests. So we track the number of arrests of individuals ages 16 to 24 as a proxy for the number of justice-impacted youth in a given geographic area. In this estimate, an individual may be counted more than once if they have been arrested more than once. This means that the estimate is likely an overestimate of the number of individuals who have been arrested in a given year in each PUMA. You may see a decibel number of arrests. This is an artifact of our estimation procedure and not an indication of fractional arrests. In this case, it is best to think about this number rounded to the nearest whole number. In East Montana, we estimate that there are 980.8 youth arrests, which we can round to 981 youth arrests. This places East Montana in the 83rd percentile and the high category. The data we use to estimate the youth arrests in each state comes from the FBI's Crime Data Reporter tool. We then use a combination of demographic data from the FBI and the census to estimate the distribution of youth arrests across the PUMAs within each state. Local police departments voluntarily submit local statistics to the FBI through the National Incident-Based Reporting System and the Summary Reporting System. Due to a recent switch in the FBI's desired reporting format, reliable data for youth arrests only exists for approximately half the United States, which is reflected in this version's data maps for this variable. This is also why the Opportunity Youth Index is only available for about half of the country. When you toggle to Youth with an Incarcerated Parent, you will see an estimate for the number of youth aged 15 to 17 who have a parent who is currently incarcerated in a state prison. Due to constraints of available data, we do not consider parents who are incarcerated in federal prisons or local jails. This means that this estimate is, by definition, an undercount. In East Montana, we estimate that there are 133 youth aged 15 to 17 with an incarcerated parent. This places East Montana in the 83rd percentile and the high category. To estimate the number of youth with an incarcerated parent, we use data from the following two reports from the Bureau of Justice Statistics: The Parents in Prison and Their Minor Children, Survey of Prison Inmates, 2016, and Prisoners in 2022, Statistical Tables. We also use census data to inform the demographic analysis that we use to estimate the distribution of youth with an incarcerated parent across the PUMAs within a state. The estimated count represents our best calculation of the actual number of youth within each category. In addition to an estimated count, we also provide an estimated rate per 1,000. The estimated rate per 1,000 normalizes the estimated count relative to the population size, providing a per capita perspective that facilitates comparison between PUMAs. The rate per 1,000 is calculated by dividing the estimated count by the total number of youth within the considered age range, and then multiplying by 1,000. We use the rate per 1,000 to calculate the Opportunity Youth Index, as it provides a consistent basis for comparison across different groups. Since the Opportunity Youth Index is an index, we do not have an estimated count for it. The QSIDE Institute's Opportunity Youth Dashboard is a powerful tool for anyone looking to make informed decisions to support young people in their communities. We invite you to explore the dashboard and use the insights it offers to drive meaningful change. To get started, visit the dashboard via the link on your screen. Thank you for watching.